we're doing Dane Part 2 and Yanfei. So, let's do that then. Once I set up.
Made another handsome sum today. A toast to our success.
Hold on. It's taking a minute. There we go. Yep, here we are. There's good old Ganyu. Hi, Ganyu.
Yes, they have the audacity to go after anything. The 7 dragons, gods. No ancient artifact that relates can escape their greedy ambitions. Still, this time is different. Who do they think they are, going after the Abyss Order's treasures? Oh, Traveler, it's you.
Huh? Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lan? Do you have a commission you need to post?
Hello.
Hi, Ganyu.
We were just discussing the treasure hoarders.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarders should know better than to mess with the Abyss. It's just too evil.
But we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that 2 big-time treasure hoarders in Liyue and Mondstadt are planning some big joint operation.
2 big-time treasure hoarders?
Hiya.
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
Oh, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from Amber in Mondstadt. But
You already know something then. I guess you must have crossed paths with the treasure hoarders many times before. You were correct.
Yep.
She's the head of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. As I understand it, the treasure hoarders all call her boss. Some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her Big Sis of the gods. But that's probably just a wild rumor.
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that the Abyss Order has been secretly guarding in the shadows. Despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders can think about is what kinds of treasure could be inside.
Typical treasure hoarders.
They have already devised a plan. They will send out a decoy to divert the Abyss Order's forces away from the ruins, then send an expert thief inside to steal the treasure.
Huh. And I know how that goes from main
To
account.
this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain Grand Thief from Fontaine.
Grand Thief? That's quite an impressive sounding title.
Oh, indeed. He is an extraordinary individual. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers. Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tevat Travel Guide, then? Correct. The Grand Thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put in a lot of work to convince a thief of his status to come and personally oversee this operation.
With the major changes in Liyue recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millelith already have their hands full. They don't have any time to investigate rumors about treasure hoarder activity. But anything related to the Abyss makes me feel like there is some unknown danger lurking beneath the surface. So I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Well, since I'm here,
Leave this
let's
commission
go.
to us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well then, good luck. The guild will take care of the details of this commission.
Bye, Ganyu. Oh. Alright, let's go. It looks like I got quite a few commissions over here too. Actually, more than quite a few. Anything else you want to play music? Oh, we got mail. Another birthday's arrived. A wish. Could it be the wish I made in the past years to see evil spirits soon? That's passing. Local delicacies to boost your spirits. So we got jewelry soup. Guha fish and lamb? What lamb? Hold on, game. Oh, perfect. Treasure hoarders too.
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
Such a pain.
Don't climb.
There's no end to this.
Don't blink.
Easy. Oh. We're level 30? Already? Ooh, nice. Now I can upgrade prototype rankle. Yeah, I should make that. I know you're immune to my damage. Thrower, get your butt out here. No. Fine.
Speed of light.
There. Kirara. No! Why is there treasure hoarders down here?
Don't blink.
No! Stupid pet. Alright, come on out, Kirara.
All expenses paid travel.
There you go. Happy ladies and aphers.
Speed of light.
Okay, let's just go the safe route. Yeah, I'm not doing any more game. It'll sort itself out. Alright. So we'll get that domain.
Don't blink. You give, you receive.
Well, I guess we're not getting the domain and we'll get this teleport waypoint instead. I don't really know where I'll be going. And I'll get after.
Let's
there.
go gather some sand.
Oh. Well, in that case, forget it. Perfect. Now Kai is leveled. We'll just give him a nice weapon. There you go.
Oh, I'm looking forward to...
Something up, game? No.
Keep up.
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. I'm unsure Hope's Ganyu's information is reliable.
Of course it's reliable, it's Ganyu.
There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked. Head to the tape.
And shroud. Keep up.
More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you.
Come on. He's the most careful person I know. Okay, seriously, where am I going? Oh, in the hole. Got it. Music pretty cool. Lots of chests, so the treasure vault didn't do much. Oh, there he is. The dead guy.
This looks like a person. Could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something? That's...
The Statue of the
Why
Seven.
is the Statue of the Seven hanging upside down? And members, they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And
Same.
the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's... Hello? Are you okay, mister? He's dead. Paimon doesn't feel so good.
What have you done?
Let's get out of here, and fast! We should report back to Ganyu and Lon.
Oh.
Now what? We can't stay here! Quick, run!
Huh. Alright. Get that stamina back and go. Oh gosh. That was close. And go.
Incoming! Hey!
Easy as pie. And now we meet the Elector.
You cannot spy on the secrets of the Abyss. You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price. As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
An Abyss Herald?
That's what Dane spoke of.
Dane. Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dane. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. The Abyss is unstoppable.
What is this power? Pirate's never seen it before! Careful! Please don't get cocky!
I think Tainari will.
It's a roar!
Dodge this!
Incoming! Hey!
One with the force!
Don't blink! With sword comes shadow.
Yeah! Cool it!
Incoming!
This power, it seems familiar.
The name.
I see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
Bye-bye. And I guess that we were left.
What a tough battle! Are you okay? Oh, such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had... Huh? What is it? Oh,
Nothing.
right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's get...
Dane.
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in...
Huh? How did...
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well. An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during... Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way! We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, This is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
Yes,
Go!
sir.
A rare opportunity? With Dane helping out, maybe we'll be able to solve more mysteries.
Dane and good old Leo. Huh? Oh, right, okay. Nowhere near again. Let me guess, I've done stuff. Okay, it's happy. Good. Easy.
Freeze!
Where on earth is that teleport waypoint then? So like some cave under here or something? I don't get it. It's not the top of the cliff, I think. Oh, there we go. There.
Don't blink!
What? Huh?
Keep up and shroud! Dodge this!
Incoming! Cut to the chase!
I hear everything!
Ow. Stop it. Like, die. Just die.
Got lucky that time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Speed of light! Hey!
Gizmo. Quick gizmo net.
Those abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits? You know, that kind of stuff.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of one cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation. Or rather, these abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do a painful interrogation.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Yep. But before we continue our search, let's just heal everyone up. I probably should have just went to a statue of the seven then. Well, Tainari's going to be on the field to... What's the word? I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, thanks for staying.
One with the force.
Don't blink! With sword from shadow.
Cool it. Don't miss your luck. Oh, so.
Don't request to join right now.
Cut to the chase.
You sure about that?
I'll uproot you! Dust!
Dang. Dang, Tonari. Try not to die on me. Well, a bit late for that, but... Do that. Take some more meat. And go.
Speed of light.
Just die.
Berry and trout!
Okay, he's dead. I can focus on that.
Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
Dodge this!
Hey!
Die, 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 die. Oh, and as for you. Woo! Only had one casualty there.
Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guards sure are active around here.
Those aren't ruin guards.
Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin Guards roaming around too.
There are no coincidences in the world. Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
Branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Khaenri'ah? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation? Oh. Speaking of Khaenri'ah... Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Khaenri'ah was...
I know.
You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
500 years ago when he arrived.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours.
No, pry. Pry a lot.
But if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khaenri'ah you saw, what was
Can't
it
hide
like?
it from him any longer. Dane in Cambria. It's worth a shot. The person who woke me up.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
Let me just put something together. So, Lumine, Aether, Khaenri'ah, they tried to leave Teyvat and run into the unknown god. The unknown god cubes them, and apparently Aether, or Lumine, or whoever, fishes up Paimon in Liyue. Then they go to Mondstadt, and then Aether recounts, and then the game begins.
I see.
As far as
So
I'm
your
aware.
first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
Yeah.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Khaenri'ah plunged the whole world into chaos.
The destruction of Khaenri'ah? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh.
Yeah.
So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke
I,
up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Khaenri'ah. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Teyvat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Khaenri'ah. Am I right?
Most
If
likely.
that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Khaenri'ah so you could find your sister? Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
I probably know more about Khaenri'ah than both of you.
Oh, smarty, smarty.
Khaenri'ah was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented...
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Khaenri'ah. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits.
Let's see here. Next time I see Venti or Zhongli, well, I need to hear what that is.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
Alright, where to next? Oh, I mean, that's technically an improvement. It's not the sort of improvement I'm looking for. So let's try that one once we visit a statue of the 7 to get some health. Because I can't keep eating all the food.
Don't blink!
That's not nearly as bad. I think. Oh, I see a chest.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
Billy Charles.
Speed of light!
Come on. Ugh. Oh. Alright then. Only makes it more convenient.
Incoming! Hup. more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as Field Tillers by the people of Conria.
Field Tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the Field Tiller came about.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling.
After the destruction of Conria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Teyvat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land.
That sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of...
Cut to the chase.
That's battle music too.
See? I hear everything. What's the herb to get frostbite? Cool it.
Don't blink. Hey!
Ow. Yikes. Quit it.
Disappear! Who do you think you are? One thing after another. And Shroud!
Alright,
Speed
go.
of light. With sword comes shadow.
Dodge this!
Got lucky that time. Tough right idea.
Dang.
Wind blade! Can't see? I'll uproot you! One with the forest. Oh, so sorry. Free. With the wind. Wind blade. And trap. I've not finished my research.
Alright. Healing. Heal time. Amber, thanks for healing. Right, do that.
Dodge this. I'm getting tired of this game.
Same. Dang.
Unexpected.
Finally. That was a fight, alright.
This abyss mage dropped a talisman.
This talisman seems connected. Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't.
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
Lumine.
What? Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate, initial operation. The Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile, Overlord of the Vortex.
Huh?
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean?
It was just
What do
close
they
by the
want with
Fate Chamber.
Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror
Keep going.
incident. Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Wait, a child summoned Osile.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt...
No. From the contents of the they won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the...
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
Let's keep
Very
going
few
longer.
people today truly understand the civilization of Khaenri'ah. Though, of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Khaenri'ah. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized god, and the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated.
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for... Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the...
Nothing. Let's get moving.
So first Ganyu, now Barbara. Odd choices, but okay. Leeway? What happened? Something feels off. Was the sun rising?
Add Astra.
Oh,
Thank you
all
for
of it.
complete. Add Astra. Add Astra.
Oh, the sun's setting. Oh, does that mean we can upgrade Aether?
Hello?
Alright, let's see. Oh, thanks, Kaya. Let's see. Oh, we have 2 wishes. Alright, let's do them then. Something good? No. Something good, please. Please, please, no. Right, Favonius Cathedral. I haven't healed up.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them. But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though. Does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! And actually, the Animo Archon is... never mind.
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct.
I don't know you.
And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now. Or that's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask her.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's talk to Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Hey, Barbara.
Honorary Knight! Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
What's that?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Of course!
Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside. It's
Paimon
for your
quit.
own good.
Quit it.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
Listen to that echo.
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the tyrant's final fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own. Right. Later, the theory of the tyrant's final fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireball. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost...
It's okay.
There's that pointless word, thank you again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas?
Oh, now we're gonna see
As
Jean.
for what purpose, I can't say for certain.
When do we get to see Kiko and
Master
Kachin,
Jean is
whatever
already
you
headed
wanna
off to
call it.
Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right. We'll go give Master Jean a hand.
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful. May the animal Archon protect you all.
Bye, Bye, Rosaria, Barbara. And they call it Barbara Rosaria. Idiot. Hi.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in a...
Wolvendom. That's not Wolvendom, that's the locker. Inventory. Character menu.
Hey! Right. The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
I'll be fine.
Speed of light! Hey! Cut to the chase! Don't blink! Speed of light! Hey!
Keep up. One with the forest.
Incoming! Whew. There's
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are.
Yeah, let's go!
I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has
That's
nothing
probably
to
not
do
it.
with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the... I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any... Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable.
You don't
I
like
have no
social
problem
interaction,
interacting with people, but interacting with... It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying
sounds
to
like
overthrow them or
someone
hunt
I
them
kind of
down.
main.
Even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice.
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebear, I will...
Huh?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the
Safe,
reason the
alright.
Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief.
Up, there he goes. What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You, at the rite of dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do.
When there's a lack of trust, it's just...
Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon.
Hi, Jean.
What are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... What is the connection between them?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason? The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true.
That face.
Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation. Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit...
Got it.
He does not often see people, but I hear that you... Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help, Honorary Knight of Favonius.
Bye, Jean. Hold on. I'm just gonna change the world level. Just so... Like... Because it was being a pain fighting all those enemies. Just sprint past.
Speed of light.
No!
Enshroud!
Come on, Tainari.
Incoming. Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
Hold on. Hold on, Paimon. Gotta heal her up, and... I probably should have just used a bit of fruit. Yeah, that's better. Hi, Razor.
You, not welcome here!
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of godly glory. If you serve us, we can restore your divine power. Lies. Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no. Is this the same thing they did to corrupt Dvalin's...
Wolves never surrender! But this can't go on.
Time for another
No
round.
matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain. Bow before the abyss.
Really? You brought
I
her
hear
back up?
everything. One with the force.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
Racer, do something.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite. Can't see? Excuse me?
Where'd he go? Not there.
Annihilate! Oh! Keep up.
Speed of light. Hey! Cut to the chase.
And shroud! Let's nip that in the bud. Dodge this!
Don't blink.
The end will come.
Incoming.
Cool it!
All right, we'll perish.
Can't see?
Heh, can't see.
The ceremony was interrupted. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small, unforeseen
Alright, Razor?
Thank
They'll
you.
run away quickly.
You came. Just in time.
And you did nothing.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state. But still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the trap.
Wait. So you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus?
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God.
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know it entered into my proving ground but it could not think. I eventually damaged it greatly with...
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very...
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently? Anyway, this pretty much... It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know, but did we help?
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking.
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger. You too. Also, be careful.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
Oh, perfect. Ten whole meters. Dang.
There you are.
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss Force.
Oh.
I see. Well then. We can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Oh, I want to be silly, but nah.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area.
No.
What do you mean?
I remember.
You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that
Let's go confront Dvalin, but not actually confront Dvalin. There he is. Let's just rip his eye out.
This is it, right? Okay. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use. Let me give it a try.
Huh?
And done.
Wow! It's
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype.
Prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
Oh, come on, you know
As
that
the
word.
Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, and this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Hide it somewhere no one will find.
Huh? You?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius...
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defile. We can't have the Church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise, she'd be going completely bonkers right now.
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
Yep, you better. Let's go all the way back to Liyue. Once I statue of 7. Really, Tainari? Oh, look at that moon. Stunning game. Oh, there it was. Well, a bit late now. But at least we found it. Let's see what it got. Oh, it's an artifact one. Let's go.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again.
Oh
Look at
shit.
us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Tibet. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go. And remember to be on your guard.
Go. Oh, don't die. Hey, first try.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh, such a scary...
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue.
Hi.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Daneslith, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares. Unless... Oh... Dangerous. You reek of a then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
Push your luck.
Nowhere to hide.
Freeze!
Incoming.
Oh, so sorry. Don't push your luck. I hear everything.
Oh. Oh, well, that was way easier than last time. And I actually have a good team. Here it comes. Nice thing. Let me in. Oh boy.
Princess.
Hey! Could that be?
Ether.
Oh.
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister and the Abyss?
Ether. Why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh. Your sister
Lumine, we meet again.
Oh.
What's going on here? Dane knows hurt?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves?
Yep.
And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy...
Home. Yes. Of course. Home is wherever we are together, but I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you.
Dang, this part hits hard on the emotions. Anyway.
We have always had enough time.
Straight into the fields.
They left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. Uh-huh, that's right. At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just... Oh. Well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest-ranking leader in the organization. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the Seven? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. And Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order. So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright.
Answer you,
If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler. Let's go.
Tonari jump scare. So I guess we're ready to leave once I do. We got a free wish. Let's make it a good one. Oh, 2 wishes. Ooh, it's a purple. You like purple? Kachina?
I'm Kachina, a member of the Children of Echoes. I adore green fruits and would love to become more strong, even though I'm still not much of a fighter. I should probably save all that for later, right?
Alright, bye Kachina. Alright, last one. Make it a good one. Nope. Well, at least we got Kachina. I wasn't expecting her. Well, music's pretty good for the atmosphere that quest set. Oh, look at the small little Kachina. I can't really get to Natland though. So there's no point in leveling until I can actually get to Natland.
That's everything. On to the next.
No. Done. Right, let's get that teleport and get out of here. Alright. So we gotta go into Leo. I suppose we could give it a start.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up.
No. No, he's not gonna do that.
Paimon believes in both of you, and when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Then Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Ooh, Paimon supports that idea. Just the thought of it's so satisfying. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next...
Let's go to Inazuma.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Leo Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say!
Not right now. We gotta do the teapot quest. But it is a nice view from here. Teapot? Huh? Hold on. Oh, it's that. Alright, got it. Yeah, I can't just false advertise, like, 50% of the live stream.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei.
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe...
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, Miss Yanfei. Might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins?
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, in return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhi Qiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false? Yes.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Xiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
Oh, now we gotta go all the way up there. Really? Alright, how do I get up? Okay. I don't know if I'll do a live stream later or not. We'll just have to see depending on my mood. Oh. Hi.
Oh, whatever shall I... Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original... My family is in the ore business too. But we now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around. So we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle. That's what the hairpins were for, well, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me, but now that I've lost the hairpins...
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe it's just the part where we
I
say
sent
we
a
help.
commission to the Adventurers Guild, but...
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet.
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Zhi somehow. True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation...
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragd...
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please.
Huh?
Please, Don't trouble yourselves, however much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstone said my family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things.
Back and forth, huh? Geronimo!
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too.
Oh, boy.
You lost them!
I'm sorry. Truly, I am.
Mora! Do you have any idea? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since...
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back...
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
How could she lose my hair?
How could she lose my hair? What a lady losing my hair.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins...
What do you mean?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep under... If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel...
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were... If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the smaragd...
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon
First
can't
one
even
more
keep track.
every time I heard the word
Feels like
contract.
Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable...
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around me. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. But either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is...
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But he was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed... Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all. So...
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that... Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus Nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus Nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no...
Is that so? So, did you find anything? So
No,
they
that's
really
right.
are different. But wait!
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Let's go.
Miss Yanfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was...
yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus Jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course.
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see.
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Sinxie. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith.
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know. Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Fair enough.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Sinxie. Don't blink.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you.
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in—
Crossel? Yes, I remember him. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, this order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sinxie, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called smaragdus jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinxie. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure.
Why is it
It
floating?
isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that...
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
The
Baiju.
weirdo with the snake around his neck?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that smaragdus jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
It wasn't as long as I remember, but it did take a while.
Speed of light. Good.
What's the hurry?
Incoming. Hey!
Okay. I bought you.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with smaragdus jadeite.
Smaragdus jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in person. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your... I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if...
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Bye.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Hey. Put an end to the scam.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a...
Yes, my investigation is indeed...
Wonderful. Well then...
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, miss, I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the...
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
Testimony from an expert witnessed in the processing, so...
This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus jadeite and Smaragdus nephrite. How does... In any case, Smaragdus nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of
hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence...
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet.
Yanfei.
Traveler, would you do the honors?
Boo-boo pharmacy.
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a... Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually...
aren't actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus jadeite. You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have... Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Camp, he's seriously intimidating right now.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal, but after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel... I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is all... I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off...
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hair...
Alright, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times...
10 times?
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus jadeite!
There's no need. It's fine. Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still...
Ms. Chow...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right then.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn the Smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as...
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go, but whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have...
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk, but I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, if we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Suing someone and then making a business proposition with them.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution. An Adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. Speed of light.
you've returned. How did it go? Good, good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts, too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Ah, indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately city among us all. Ah, Liyue is not the... All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe...
Oh, Paimon's so excited!
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours now. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot.
Seems that we have a visitor.
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call, hang on a moment. Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
So you're the little helper Madam Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night. Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now, allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprint. As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
Blueprints? Oh,
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary material. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. A golden eye, he said that even though subspace this world is not a true one after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escape.
A golden-eyed adeptus?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, well, let's not dwell on that. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me. Maybe you're not...
Right, let's see what I should buy first. I'll just buy a nice bench and get a nice cupboard. Oh, okay. There you go. Take all the loot. And mint. And silk flowers. Done. Huh? What's this? Green grocers. And we'll do that. Well, we're already halfway there.
If you ever
Right, let's put down a few things. So you got a nice rock. Got a nice birch tree. Done. Alright, let's just get some trees and all that down. Done. There. Now we've got a nice place. Alright. Let's see. Nope, missed a few.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Done. Alright. I'm sure we could get a tiny bit of whatchamacallit? The Art Conquest started. That one, yeah. Alright, so we're starting to go to Inazuma. Huh? How is this a story quest? Right.
Oh.
We'll do this bit then.
Hello.
I'll call it there.
Oh, I mean good fortune, right? Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into innocent?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Incredibly small?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuit after I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey!
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Chising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Lord, it doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the... What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma...
compelling reason.
You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
There's a
They
place
only
for
set that up as a
Outlanders.
port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going...
The raft idea...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences.
You're right! Paimon's sure Beto of all people will be able to get us there. But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take the risk.
The
Seems like our
Alcor is the
only option.
flagship of the Crux Fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
Right away. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna get there though. Okay, I'll get there and the stream. Huh. Good job.
Keep up.
Make me. I should go and get that teleport waypoint. Oh, see, the storm only lasted 4 seconds.
I applied a plant-based waterproofing oil to my tail. One swish, and it's dry.
Well, it's very dry now. Alright, let's see. What would be the right call here? Should I try and use Kaya, an ice bridge?
Keep up.
Yeah, let's try and use Kaya to ice bridge. Be our safest method. Kaya?
Cool it.
This is gonna take a while.
Dodge this.
Okay, what if I swim to those rocks over there? Come on, Kaya. You can do it. Of course there's hilly Charles. And as Tainari would say, one thing after another. I'm not gonna make it, am I? Yeah, there's no way I'm making this. Yeah, I thought so. Should have ice bridged a little closer.
Freeze. Cool it. Dodge this. Cool it. Dodge this. Cool it.
Come on. It's taking forever and a half.
Dodge this. Freeze. Dodge this. Freeze.
Last one, and I'll use
Dodge this.
the chain to teleport over.
Yeah.
How? Oh, electro.
You give, you
Brownies.
receive.
Anyway. Alright, I think I'll cut it here then. Once I beat up this guy.
One with the force.
Don't blink!
Easy.
You give, you receive.
Alright then, I'll cut it here. Alright, goodbye.